So I'd like to welcome Christina Decoursey, who's going to talk to us about making better metaphors.
Mr. Toastmaster, members and others, good evening. My name is Christina Decoursey, and my talk is titled Better Metaphors. When I was a kid, I loved reading books. When I read, I forgot everything around me. I really lived whatever was going on in that imaginary world. This is called immersion. This word, immersion, is a metaphor. Literally, immersion means putting something completely underwater. You can be metaphorically immersed in the fictional world of a book. I grew up on an island off the west coast of Canada, so maybe this is why I loved one book especially. It was about some adventurers who sailed a raft called Kon-Tiki all the way across the Pacific Ocean. I spent years of my childhood imagining being a fish, following the raft from the warm waters of ancient royal Peru, riding the currents of the vast ocean all the way to the multicolored coral reefs of Polynesia. As an adult, I discussed my childhood fantasy with a Hindu friend who is research chair at her university. She said, "Christina, in your past life you were a fish. You enjoyed it." Well, as an explanation, this had some good points. Memories and fantasies are indeed similar. At home in Hong Kong, I discussed it with a Chinese friend who thought the Hindu belief in reincarnation was crazy. "It is amazing to me," she said, "that educated people can believe this kind of thing." Media theorists have proposed the narrative transportation model. Their research shows that when we empathize strongly with a story, our emotional involvement impacts our physiology. Our retinas narrow their focus, and we lose our peripheral vision. We may not hear if somebody speaks to us. We may not notice if they touch us. People can experience narrative transportation in any medium: books, movies, augmented reality games, and so on. It's another metaphor. I don't like transportation. It involves hours of boredom, smelly waiting rooms, terrible cafes, the chairs are uncomfortable. People are not empathizing. They drink themselves unconscious, or they take sleeping pills in order to obliterate their awareness of transportation. The great thing is being there, but not getting there. Narrative transportation. It is amazing to me that educated people can believe this kind of thing. I have thought a lot about these metaphors. Immersion is used to describe second language schooling in Canada. It's controversial because many English-speaking kids take 12 years of French language schooling and they still can't speak French. This is because French is used in school only, but it's not used to shop, chat, text, use a bank machine, order a pizza. So, language immersion needs the constant boring details of everyday life. But that would kill immersion in a book or movie. I am an advanced open water diver. When I did the white shark cage dive, our boat had 2 non-divers on it, a woman with a shark phobia and the psychologist who was helping desensitize her. For the entire 14-hour trip, that woman cried uncontrollably. I watched beautiful shapes speeding through a vast world of green light. She was trapped in her terrible fears. So is it like escape rooms? You have to believe and still not believe in order to be successfully immersed. This is a paradox. When you dive, you hear sound through the bone, not through the ear. The stereoscopic sharpness of your vision is reduced because light is bent in the ripples of the water. Short-range objects appear magnified, but long-range objects appear further away. Corpuscular receptors in your skin pick up bigger vibrations than you can feel in the air. Your lung inflation controls the movement of your body. This is immersion. Is that what happens to you when you read a good book? I am not satisfied by these metaphors. A good metaphor observes reality. We cannot know anything without language. Science is inescapably immersed in language. Metaphors can illuminate, enlighten, and anatomize our experiences. Cliched language traps our thinking in stereotypes and prevents us from seeing things clearly. We're going to experience other planets. Those environments will explode the simple unitary mapping of our everyday physics here on planet Earth and offer us distinctive new sensory syndromes. We'll need new metaphors to help us understand the new normal, to help us articulate new science, and to create great works of art, literature, and media. These metaphors are indispensable. We need to become more explicitly aware of our 21 distinct bodily senses, our somatic senses that mediate pain, pressure, and tension, our proprioceptors, mechanoreceptors, and exteroceptive sensors that track temperature, equilibrium, and distension. Our senses construct our cognition. Our brains would be trapped in a nightmare without them. Gene editing techniques will soon allow us to alter or heighten them. How is it that our senses are so simplistically represented in our languages? I look forward to the world where these better metaphors have come into being. Thank you.